What's going on, everybody? We're back. Episode 4 of Lead Through Sports Spotlight with LeeAysia Williamson. Me and her go a long way. So let's get to talking. Remember, Lead Through Sport is a student athlete development initiative geared for student athletes. And here's LeeAysia right here. Go ahead and request me. Or I can request you. Let's see what's going on. I just sent it.
In there.
Yeah. What's going on with you?
What's going on?
I can't call it. Feeling good? Everything good?
Yes, feeling amazing. Can't complain at all. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. You know how it is. Just grinding, just enjoying the grind, and just trying to find ways to get better.
Absolutely.
I see your bro just joined.
Absolutely. What up? And my
just
auntie.
he just has. So didn't he just have something? He just did something. I feel like, or he's getting ready to do something.
He getting ready to do a lot. He getting ready to do a lot.
That's all I need to be said.
That's all that needs to be said.
So, talk a little bit about Lead Through Sport for the audience. Lead Through Sport is a student athlete development initiative for student athletes to help enhance their leadership skills and use sport as a tool to get through life. As you know, many people that are in sports that are in high school, it's either league or bust. They have no plan B. They have no guidance. They don't know like what life is outside of sport. And I'm bringing in people like you and other people that are successful after sport to kind of, show them the way. There's somebody who's really successful right now, and I'm just happy to have you on so you can spread your knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Sheesh, I appreciate that. I really do.
Absolutely. And what is this month?
It's Women's History Month. Ladies for information, stand up. It's all about us.
Facts. Definitely. Shout out to the women out there, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. So let's break the ice a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so my name's LeeAysia Williamson. Like you said, just graduated with my undergrad in communications, focus in integrated media. Played here at Columbus State for 3 years. Now I'm a full-time entrepreneur and investor. Basically, I teach people how to generate income through different various learning platforms. So that's what I do now. That's where all my time goes, and I'm loving every bit of it.
I got you. That's nice. How many sports did you play growing up? Like, what was you into other than basketball?
I was into basketball. I've always been into basketball. I played soccer in middle school.
Was you good?
Yeah, I played soccer, and I was actually pretty good.
You fast, you fast, yeah, and quick, so I can see that.
Yeah, for sure. And then I also ran track, and that was pretty much it. And once I got to high school, track and soccer, it was out of the window.
So, as a kid, like, which one was your favorite? Was it always basketball, or did you like soccer the most?
Always. It was. It was always basketball, but football was in there too, though. Like football all the way. Like I grew up. No,
you ain't suit up, did you?
I'm talking full blown like football, like for real. I was the only girl in my family, like all boy cousins. I'm the only, like my little siblings, they're boys. So like literally the only female in the family growing up. So football was, I'm playing, Mom. Like I'm playing.
So you was out there hitting?
Mm-hmm.
You different.
Yeah.
Did you have a being a girl out there, you had to have some agility. What was your favorite move? Was it a spin move? Did you have a stiff arm? Like, what was it?
I mean, I was just so fast and really, like, at that young age, like, everybody just running. We just running, getting one end to the other. So that's really what that was. But it was just fun to be out there.
I feel that. What was give me the highlight of your childhood / like, the end of teenage years?
As far as sports goes,
anything. It could be sports, anything.
A highlight that I had as a teen. I guess I could say one of them was finding out that I was going to play basketball in college.
Gotcha.
Because realistically, like, I grew up playing, but once it got closer to like senior year and things like that, a lot of stuff started looking rocky for me. And so it was just a blessing just to, you know, have an offer to go to school somewhere. So that was really the highlight.
What was it like signing that letter of intent? Like, what was that moment like?
It was crazy. It was crazy. It wasn't, you know, like how you would dream it, you know, with people, a room, and, you know, you got the signs behind you and stuff like that. It was because I ended up signing late. I ended up signing super, super late. It was once everyone had already signed, committed, and stuff like that. So it was surreal. But it really, it hit me once I really signed the paper that, dang, I'm really going to play basketball in college.
That's a big moment because a lot of people, like, there's a million people that want to hoop in college for free. Like, that's a big moment because everybody don't get that chance. And,
right.
You know, you got that chance and you went to school for free. So that's definitely a blessing. And that's definitely, you know, helps you leverage your way through college and, you know, help you get to where you are now. So let's move on to high school. What was your mindset like in high school as far as thinking about your life after college? Like, was that a thought? Was that anything that popped in your mind when you were in high school as a 14, 17-year-old?
I'm gonna be real. No. Like,
I mean, that's normal. I said that's normal.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I was just trying to hoop. I didn't really of course, like, you know, I want to play basketball and everything, but when it came down to like a big dream school and stuff like that, it took me a while to really get into that kind of stuff. But like my mindset in high school, I was going to get it. I didn't care. Like, I was that type of player that was definitely, it didn't matter what it took. I was going to do it.
What do you mean by that? As far as like just anything the coach asked you to do to win?
Anything. Anything the coach asked me to do, I was willing to do it. But it was a point where I'm like super, super young. I'm a freshman. We just got a new coach, and we butted heads a lot. But I loved basketball. So I knew it had to balance, like, okay, like, this lady's crazy. Me and this lady don't get along. Like, we have to, you know, I have to find some type of balance because I want to play. And ultimately, like, by far, hands down, the best coach one of the best coaches I've ever had. Salute to Coach B, for real. Because I tell her all the time, like, without her structure and that discipline she gave me, you know, throughout high school, Lord knows. I don't know.
I feel it. So what was your favorite part about high school basketball? Because, you know, high school and college basketball is different.
Yeah. I think the fact that high school is still kind of, I don't even know the right word to use. I don't want to use authentic, but it's still fun. It's still like everyone's just like playing and having fun and playing. I spoke about it earlier on another live. Like, when you get to college, it's more of like a job. And I'm not saying that it takes the fun out of it, but it becomes more of a serious thing. You know, like, people are playing for spots. People coaches are coaching to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a different thing. But shoot, my favorite part.
So for me, it was the locker. I love being in the locker room with my best friends because, like, you grow up, usually the people that you grew up in high school with is the people you grew up with. Right. So those are the funnest moments because those are your best friends. Like, we playing for championships, playing to win games, and just doing our things with our guys. So that was my favorite part.
Facts. The locker room was cool. I didn't have a good experience in the locker room my freshman year.
Really?
Yeah, I caught myself trying to mess with one of the upperclassmen, and it didn't go well. But I guess one of my favorite parts was really just adjusting, you know, to different styles of play, and different coaching styles. Because once you get there, everyone, like, high school, it's a little bit more mature, it's more organized. People know what they're doing, and ultimately, 9 times out of 10, most of them are playing to go to college. So I guess, like, developing, coming in and being that young girl, nobody knew. I didn't go to middle school with none of these people. I was new to the high school, so I guess that was my favorite part, coming in and getting to be the new kid. That was super dope.
I got you. Sounds good. So last question while we're on high school. From a ninth grader, a freshman, wet behind the ears, new to the high school environment, fast forward to 12th grade. You know, you're a vet. You've been around for 3 years, your last go round. Speak to your maturity level in the mind a little bit on the court and off the court.
That's good, because I went from, and it's so crazy because I went from playing public school for 3 years, and then I ended up going to a private school. And that private school, it literally like changed who I was, and that carried on to you know, college. But it was just different. I went, you know, from playing with people that was my height and looked like, you know, my size and things like that, you know, as quick as me. Then going to a private school, I had to mature. I had to, because I was playing against a different level of girls. Like, no disrespect to the public school and everything, but it was just a different caliber of girls. These girls were going to UConn, Texas, like a big school. So it was like I had to step up, and I had to be that point guard that really had to focus in and be the leader on the court.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. Good stuff. All right, so before we move on to the college segment of this interview, I got a new game for you. I got a new game for y'all. It's called Random Rapid Fire, and I'm getting ready to ask why your face go like that.
We finna see. Come on, I'm ready.
I'm getting ready to ask LeeAysia a series of questions real quickly, and she has to answer within 3 seconds. Because if she don't, I'm moving on. All right, real quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sneakers or heels? 3.
Heels.
2. Braids or straight hair?
Braids.
Red or blue? 2.
Braids.
Ice cream or cake?
Ice cream. Ooh.
Roller coasters or amusement parks? 2.
Roller coasters.
Who's your favorite rapper? 3, 2.
Drake.
Summer Walker or Jasmine Sullivan? 3, 2.
Summer Walker.
Was that honest?
I feel like that was rushed.
Okay, I got you. Plants or animals? 3.
Plants?
2.
Plants.
Plants or animals?
Plants.
Favorite season?
Fall.
Favorite free time activity?
Painting.
Who's your animated hero? Ooh. 3. Got one. Favorite movie?
Remember the Titans.
SpongeBob or Rocket Power?
SpongeBob.
3. Traditional money or crypto?
Crypto. Absolutely.
I knew that one. Give us one quick life lesson and you can take your time on it.
A life lesson that I'm really or a life lesson that I just recently learned, and that I'm going to continue to apply, is that with every level, it takes a different you. With every level of success, it takes a different you. And yeah, I had to learn that. And when I heard that from my mentor, I'm like what? Like, what does that even mean? You know? But seriously, and looking back at where I was, you know, I'm not even the same person that I was a couple months ago. And I'm nowhere, you know, near where I'm supposed to be at, or where I'm planning on going. So I know that, you know, in order for me to get to that amount of success that I want, I'm going to have to keep developing, keep, you know, pushing myself and keep outgrowing myself, you know, in order to get to where I want to be.
Absolutely. I respect that. That's some good information. That's definitely some good information. So let's move on to your college career and the total college experience. How was the college experience for you overall? Like, it's not even basketball wise, just adjusting to freedom, you know, meeting new friends, having all this time on your hands. Just talk to that a little bit, and then we'll get into the basketball piece in a minute.
Okay. 2018, 2019. I'm gonna just say it was undefeated. By far one of the best years I had in college. Freshman year, or my college career overall, was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. I didn't really get to experience the college life, parties and stuff like that as much, just simply because of the type of person that I was. But it was cool. I met a lot of lifelong friends. I definitely built some bonds, and learned a lot of stuff being, you know, away from home and being in a new environment where I didn't know anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Didn't know anyone or anything like that. So honestly, this my college experience is it was lit. It was
Mhm.
pretty lit.
Gotcha. That's good. That's good. So, what was the process like being a student athlete when it comes to balancing, you know, your workouts, you working out on your own, weight room sessions, watching film on your own, all the things that you have to do to be a great basketball player, the academic side, you know, studying, going to class, group projects, all of that kind of stuff. Talk about how that balance was for you.
Yeah, so kind of like what I said earlier, it's like a job once you get to college. It's like different obligations, and you like ultimately you were brought in to do a job. That's it. You were brought in to do a job, and so it was hard at first. The balance between, you know, school and going to class, and then coming back from games late and having to be in class early. It really it takes another level of dedication. Honestly, it
Absolutely.
takes another level of dedication, and really hunger just to get better. Honestly, just to get better. So yeah, that would be it. That balance it, and I feel like that balance, it tests your character too. It tests
It
your
does.
character for sure.
It does.
Because you're either gonna fold or you're gonna persevere. I feel as though, you know, it's stuff that we can always work on. Time management is super big. It's something that like I still need to get better at myself.
Mhm.
But one thing my mentor told me is, you know, people find time for what they find value in. I found value in basketball. So I made sure that my homework was done. I made sure at the end of the week my study hall hours were done. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to that, it was just about doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
Can
about
you
doing it.
can you give us something specific, like one of your specific struggles that you know you struggle with the most when it comes to that balance? Like, was it the staying up at 3 to get a test done, or waking up at 7 to go to practice or go to
Listen,
class? Like, can you pinpoint something for us?
listen, and I've always been like it's hard for me to get up in the morning. And so my biggest thing was definitely coming from a game late night, a game where it's like far enough for you to go, but not too far enough for you to stay a night in a hotel, those type of trips.
Mm-hmm.
um and we would have to get back so late, and I would have to get up and literally get up, have a class early in the morning, drop all the way downtown, and I'm just like, bro, I really don't. I'm so like, don't want to be here, you know, just because I got in at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, had to shower, then get into bed and lay there for a couple hours, you know what I'm saying? Take time to
That'd be
wind
the
down. So
worst.
yeah, that was pretty bad. That was I think that was the worst thing about it.
Facts. I ain't even gonna lie. So one of my years playing at St. Andrews, we played Union, and you know Union is the farthest trip in the AAC for us at least.
Mm-hmm.
We got back at 5 a.m. I had at 8 a.m. and I went. Like I'm not somebody who just skip. I went. Cause I didn't want to miss no class.
Salute to you. That's strong.
That was wild. I don't even think.
Like that's strong.
I can't remember all the way, but I don't even think I went to sleep. Like I don't even think I went to sleep. I might have watched TV, took a shower real quick, and I
That's
don't know. But
crazy.
that turnaround is crazy. And at the higher levels, I'm pretty sure that happens like more
Awesome.
than it did for us. And
Yeah.
you got to be ready for that kind of stuff. Cause you know them coaches on that level, they, you know, you have a bad game, they might want to fly back, have practice 6 a.m. You got to, you know, go through that
Absolutely.
process. So
Absolutely.
it's definitely tough. Um, so you went to a NAIA school and an NCAA school. Are there any differences, like as far as you know? Were there any differences? It might not be none. Like as far as anything within the like the athletic realm.
Um,
Like was there? Do you feel like at where you are now? Do you feel like the intensity was higher at practices? Was it
absolutely.
more competitive?
Absolutely. It was like a different type of vibe here.
Uh-huh.
Like we had to compete. My first year here, it was 22 of us. It was 22 girls on the team. Yeah.
I remember you
So
telling me that.
it was like compete.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally not a single set starting five. So definitely a different caliber of intensity, coaching and running. Lord, running, running hit different. Running hit different.
That's real. That's real. LeeAysia not gonna tell y'all, but there was a game when I was at St. Andrews on the road at Bryan when she was a freshman. She was a true freshman. I watched LeeAysia score 40 points as a true freshman on the road against a first team. I think she was like first or second team all conference as a freshman, 40. I mean, LeeAysia was hitting step backs, and that's not even what she do. That's wild. Like, LeeAysia was wild talented. So y'all go look up her highlights. You got some highlights on YouTube? Nah.
No.
We'll figure out something. We're gonna figure out something. But LeeAysia was really good. Last question. As we're in this room right here, you kind of already answered it when you talked about it being a business on the college level.
Yeah.
Like the difference between high school and college. But is there anything else? I want to talk to the high school students so they can like get a sense of, what it's like on the college level outside of the business part. Is there any differences between the college basketball and high school that stands out? If not, it's cool.
Yeah, I feel like with college basketball and I feel like basketball or sports period, they build like a different type of bond with people.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it as though the college bonds, they hit a little different. Simply because it's more of like everyone out like fending for themselves. Like this is the first time everyone's away from home and is at school for themselves. So you kind of like depend on each other and lean on each other a little different than in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one thing, I'm super big on like friends and family and like I'm super big on that. So I totally took advantage of that, being able to stay on campus with my team, chill, hang out, like do stuff like that. Like
you like family environments. You love family
go put up shots whenever we want to, like stuff like that. I absolutely love that. That difference from high school to college.
That's real. If you look back at your college career, would you have done anything different?
Yes. I feel like I would have came with so much more confidence. Like my confidence was cool. But I feel like had I had that confidence I had in that second semester at St. Andrews,
mm-hmm.
it was a different demeanor. It was a different type of swag, and that alone, it shakes the room. Like honestly, that alone, it shakes the room, and that's one thing that I'm learning right now as well. Is just to have that swag, have that demeanor, carry yourself like you're that person.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that translates to your, life in general, career.
Absolutely.
When you're relationship building, when you're trying to enter, a field of work, you got to carry that confidence because, what you like, the vibe that you wear, they can see it all over your face, how you answer questions, how you walk in the room. So you got to be careful of how you, go about doing things. That's a good one. So let's move on to your career, what you do now. Give us I thought I did something wrong. Give us a list of jobs that you've had before you started this entrepreneur/investor lifestyle, if you've had any.
I worked. So my first job was IHOP, and y'all, I was a hostess there. That was cool. I worked at a couple, other retail jobs, but nothing too serious. Outside of this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So dive into what you do now. Like, give us some ins and outs on what you do now. Inform the people, because I know you've been waiting on this moment because you love talking about this. I feel you though. I feel you.
So basically what I do, like I said, I'm a full-time entrepreneur and investor. So what I do is I help people obtain income. I help them, generate different streams of income through a variety of platforms, depending on what you want to do, So if you were to say, hey, Lee, I want to learn how to build a store online. Perfect. I have exactly what you need for that. And not only that, but I teach, how to get on the right side of money, how to plant your money in the right places, have it working for you. If you're into cryptos, definitely want to tap in with me. Just really any type of investment, and really having, like I said, my money working for me instead of me working for it. I'm involved in it. My hands are in it a lot.
Speak upon your money working for you, because I don't think a lot of people understand that. A lot of people need to know that, because a lot of people think just by saving you can get rich, you can have a lot, and that's I don't want to say it's not true, but it's almost not true. Like,
Right.
talk to us.
Yeah. So the way it was broken down to me, honestly, is it's two sides of money, right? It's two sides of money. You have a left side and you have a right side. Typically on this left side, you have people that exchange their time for money, and that's what we were taught. You know what I'm saying? That's what we were taught. We were taught to go to school, get a good education so that you can get a good job, by our parents, by their grandparents, by their grandparents. So as far as that, you have this side where you're always exchanging your time for money, right? That's this left side. This right side, and this is a small 5%, literally a small 5% that control 95% of the entire wealth. And they literally control it by having systems in place, right? Having that 60% or that left side working for them. That's why you don't really hear about a lot of wealthy people or investors paying big time taxes, simply because they have their money working for them instead of them working for it. So listen, we can talk about that. We could dive into that literally all night. Literally
I got you. We could touch back on that at the end. I want to know what excites you the most about, working in your field.
Being able to help people, honestly, because a lot of the stuff, like even just then, a lot of the stuff that I talk about, a lot of people don't know. Ultimately, like a lot of people just don't have access to the knowledge. And that's why I love what I do so much, is because I want to serve people. I want to help people. If I can say something and you're moved by my words, perfect. If I can do something to put you in a position to win, like, that's my ultimate goal, is to serve. So that's what makes me most happy, is literally being connected to these people. And the thing is, most of these people I'm connected to and that I'm meeting through this opportunity, I'm meeting through the internet. I'm literally meeting through the internet. So to have that connection with people that have the same end goal as you, and that's ultimately to help people, to serve people, and to have freedom, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Got you. Just want to point out in the comments, if you're on here right now and you have a question that you want to ask either one of us, go ahead and shoot that. We'll converse with you guys as well. You said something that made me spark up a little bit. You said you love putting people in position to win. Because you were a point guard. You got to put people in position to win.
Period.
Direct correlation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talk about some of the things that directly correlate to sport in your field.
Leadership is big. And that's one thing, I feel as though, not just in sport or not just in business, anywhere. One thing my mentor says is, no matter what obstacle, no matter what situation, a leader will always arise. So as far as, having, like you said, or like I said, having to put people in position to win, on the court, it literally translated to this, helping someone build their confidence up. Telling, so if I pass the ball to someone and they miss it, like, that's my job to make sure that I'm building your confidence up, so that next time that I pass it, you're ready. And same thing in the business, if you do something wrong or mess up on an intro or mess up on a call, I'm here to tell you, like, it's okay. I was just sweating, like, through my shirt. Like, you're fine. It's okay to mess up, So that leadership standpoint, making sure, that my team is good. Ultimately, I take that everywhere. Definitely.
And can you say that's why investing is second nature to you? Like you mentioned, putting people in position to win. You did that your whole career, playing basketball from a youngin'. Can you say that's why it comes naturally?
Absolutely. And I think that's why, like, with a lot of this stuff, I'm at peace with it. I'm at peace with, you know, how basketball was and how it ended and everything, simply because like I'm still able to serve people, and I'm loving what I do.
Yeah.
I'm loving what I do. So
I love that. I love what you do too, because you're doing a good job at it.
thank you.
At what point did you, you know, notice that you needed to start thinking about a plan B? Was it at some point in college? Was it last minute in college? Was it at the end of high school? Speak on that a little bit. Because, you know, a
Um,
lot of students, like I told you earlier, a lot of student athletes, they just can't figure it out. They can't see themselves past, you know,
the sport.
high school, really. The
Yeah.
sport, going past high school. Some of them can't even see themselves going to college. So at what point did you know you needed a plan B?
Yeah. And I wouldn't even call it a plan B, Taj. I wouldn't even call it a plan B, honestly. I
Excuse
feel
me.
like I've been super, super big on alignment. And I truly feel in my heart that everything that played out this past year, 2020, it worked out in my favor. Um, just the way that things ended and everything. I wasn't happy with ball, and the fact that Corona hit, and you know we were sent home. So I'm like, dang, like Corona hit, we ain't gonna be able to play. We not gonna have a graduation. We not having none of that. And literally like from there it just like something like snapped, and I was like, okay, like this is real life.
Mm-hmm.
Like what are you gonna do, girl? Like
Got
what
to
is
figure it
up?
out.
And so me being the type of person I was, like I'm like, okay, I don't want to work for the rest of my life. I knew I didn't want to do that. And no, you know, I'm not here to bash anyone, but like me as a millennial, like that's just not what I wanted to do. And so with COVID, my dream job, it was out of the window. Like I really wanted to go and be an SID at a college.
I remember that.
But realistically, like it's not a lot of sports going on right now. So a lot of schools are not looking, you know, for that position to be filled. So that's what woke me up, is like, okay, girl, what you doing next? And I didn't want to be that player that was like, okay, what am I gonna do? I'm lost. Like it's normal for people to feel like that after graduation and after sports and stuff, but I didn't want to go down that road. And so when this opportunity presented itself to me, me being the type of person like I said, like I was, I'm like, dude, I'm taking this. I am literally taking this and I am running with it, and I'm not looking back.
That's real.
That's what I've done.
That's some good stuff, man. That's some good stuff. So when you look at the core of you in sport and the reason why you play basketball, and you look at the core of you in being an entrepreneur and investing, what outside of leadership and what you talked about earlier, just talk about, like, you know, why this is such a good fit for you.
Because anybody that know me know that I'm for my people.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this is what's gonna take me and my people to the next level. A lot of us don't, like I said, a lot of us don't know about this stuff. A lot of us live our life the way that our, you know, like our parents taught us. And I want to be the one to tell people, like, it's another solution. It's
Mm-hmm.
another way. Because I have little cousins that don't like school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that shouldn't leave them an obligation to work for the rest of their life, just because, you know
Very
what I'm
true.
saying?
Very
So
true.
I have little cousins. I have a little brother that's in this thing, and like I want to be able to show them, like, bro, it's another way. It's another way. It's people with no college degrees here. It's people with doctorate degrees. You know, so if you want this thing to happen for you, it can happen for you.
Very true. I like that. I like that. For anybody, for any student athletes that are watching this or that's gonna watch this, if you had one thing to tell them, somebody that may be, you know, thinking about being an entrepreneur in high school, college, wherever, it may go through the same path you went through, what would you have to say to them?
Work on yourself. Definitely work on yourself more than anything else. I feel as though, you know, operating as your higher self is who and what you should operate as every single day. Every single day. Even if, you know, you're having a terrible day, I'm feeling amazing. Like Todd, every time you talk to me, I say that. Like I'm amazing. You know, I'm great. Or, you know, great morning. Just the little stuff like that. It really does make a big difference. So yeah, that's what I would say for sure.
I like that. That's real. That's real. So let's clap it up. Now let's snap it up for LeeAysia real quick. I hope everybody's snapping. I'm gonna give you the stage. Because it is Women's History Month, and I know you want to talk a little bit of talk. So go ahead and, you know, whatever you got to say to your fellow ladies. If you want to big yourself up, whatever you want to do, you got the floor. Go ahead, take the show over.
No, well, first of all, I appreciate you for having me on the call. This was super, super dope and super fun. But I would just say to the ladies, keep running it up. We are doing it. Okay. Looking left and right, and there's so much success everywhere. So it's good to see. And just keep going after it. Don't let nothing deter you from your goals and your dreams. Honestly, it may look crazy to the world. It may look barbaric to the world, but it's not their vision. It's your vision. So that's all I got. Just wanted to spill that, and that's
real.
it. Oh,
One thing.
no,
Oh,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
done.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. If like Tosh said, if you're interested in investing, if you're looking like, hey, I need something different, I want something different, I have some goals for myself in 2021, definitely hit me up. Definitely get connected with me. Listen, 2021 is the year. If you're not investing, guys, you definitely should be 100%. But yeah, that's it. Definitely follow me if you know got some serious questions or anything like that. Definitely shoot me a DM, and I'll be more than happy to, you know, put you on some information that could literally like change your life.
Good stuff. I'm trying to pin your You got 2 underscores at the end of your name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to pin that so they can know to go ahead and follow you.
I appreciate that.
Before we close out, you said one thing that I wanted to touch on. You said that basically your vision is your vision and can't nobody tell you otherwise. I feel like a lot of people, and especially people at a young age in high school, they get caught up in what their friends are doing and what their friends are saying, so they let that deteriorate, you know, their dreams and goals. If you have anything that you want to do in life, I suggest that you either keep it to yourself or you tell people who you know that's going to help you flourish. You know what I'm saying? Because the more you spread your positive energy into others and the more people tear it down, the more you're going to go lower and lower and lower, and you're not going to be able to get yourself out the mud. You're going to be stuck in mud, like quicksand. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You got to surround yourself around positive people. That's why I talk to LeeAysia so much. And that's why you keep a small circle. I keep a small circle. And, you know, we're just trying to help, you know, younger student athletes, young people, all kinds of people just to, you know, reach their ceiling and rise to their highest level of living. Salute RTTO, that's me.
Facts.
But yeah, so now you good. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that. Anything else? Are you good?
I'm good off you. This was dope.
Absolutely. I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 4. Glad you guys tuned in. Go ahead and follow LeeAysia. I got her tag. It's pinned there. Go ahead and follow her for all your investment tips, entrepreneur tips, all that good stuff. Follow me at tscotty_, Instagram, Twitter. This is Lead Through Sport. Also follow my business page. It's at _rise to the occasion. Tap in with me. Tap in LeeAysia. Let's work.
Let's run it up. 2021. Let's go.
I'm going to holler back. Salute.